Here, specifically just because the Nidalee, like I feel like the Gambit lineup could really use a tank, and I feel like with the Morgana, you're not making the best of one of your biggest mismatches in this game. Katowice is known to be a great top laner, and Luka not so much. You're putting him in a Morgana who just doesn't have as much kill pressure as an Aurelia, as perhaps a Jax almost, and you know, it's a little disheartening to see that they're not.
Actually saw Diamond coming in here. There was there's a ward on the red buff, which, you know, they've seen this coming in early enough, so I don't imagine that Spirit and Luka should get into any problems. But there is the hook landing. He's gone on to Spirit this time. He's the one now that's in a little bit of trouble, but have they got the damage to finish it off? I think Luka is going to go down. Diamond going very, very low. She did, in fact, TP up into that within sight of that one, but doesn't currently have sight of it, which might be a little bit of an issue for him. Diamond on top of that one. Who's going to get it? They do manage to dive in there, but the damage is going towards Eddie. He gets knocked up as well with a Howling Gale, and they managed to pick up that kill. The blue buff, I think it actually went onto Shia there.
Yeah, it did. He got it when he came in. That's right. We kept an eye on that blue buff.
Oh.
Meanwhile, actually Pinoy
For himself on Morgana. So cooldown reduction, more black shields, more bindings. That's the setup for the rest of the carries now to make the plays.
Yep, WE picking up their first dragon. First dragon of the game as well.
And really utilizing that.
Worried about actually being hit. He could have spell shielded it. Ooh, look at this. Shia going in after Diamond in the jungle here. Actually, WE going in as well. Spirit. Yep, there's a Chilling Smite on the Diamond. Betsy coming in as well to try to make a play here. There's a flash. The knockup doesn't hit anyone, and actually Hecarim coming over the wall there, helping Shia pick up that kill. Meanwhile, the rest again.
Now is, what do they do on this top side? Can they hold on to this turret? Spirit is going to come around. They're going to go for Edward. He's out of turret range. Pinoy also being attacked here. That's a great Howling Gale, and Mystic will pick up the kill to put WE ahead on kills, and they should be getting turret.
That's why you can go for this early on, and why we see Diana so much here at IEM. She really synergizes both with the current items, and Eddie.
Yeah, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to fall down straight away, and actually Pinoy off to the side. He does have Diamond there to help him. The spear will land on Shia, and there is Katowice coming in. He's actually going to be out of range in the end. The Monsoon will knock them back, and Mystic goes onto the killing spree. He'll be picked off by Diamond, but Shia really doing a good job of cleaning up, but he's pulled into tower range there. Has to flash away. There's the slow on to Yuja. WE already starting off. There's pinging onto Katowice in that mid lane, so WE gonna get Dragon number 2 of the game. Gambit nowhere in sight.
Yeah, way too many walls being placed already by World Elite. Nice setup here, and of course, so you can split push 2 lanes at once, and you also have the Spirit with his ulti.
Yeah, and he's trying to make something happen. Unfortunately, he's getting taken out very quick. Diamond actually helping Katowice get that kill.
They're going to come in on top of Shia. He actually will flash that one. We'll use an early Zonyas, and that means that Eddie misses the hook. Shia will turn things around. Can he take Betsy down? No, he can't. All 5 of Gambit collapsing on top of him.
And look at the mid lane.
Almost took Betsy, but the push is real there. We have Mystic pushing up, and that tower is going to take heavy damage.
Heavy damage. The teleport being used by Katowice to try and defend it. 3 guys in World Elite, while Spirit is taking Dragon.
Well, WE manages to take that turret. They take the Dragon, and if you look at the summoners and the ults used by Gambit in that kill, they use basically everything.
Everything, and all 5 members. So Dragon gone, mid tower as well.
Boy.
Diamond.
Yeah,
well,
that's a
few critical hits right
into
there.
Mystic there. 5 if they can finish it off, which they will do here, and Eddie needs to back away. I'm not sure why he's going to stay.
Wow, well, Luka just using the ult there to make sure that they can pick up that
position where there's not really that much left on the map. Pinoy might get caught out here. Shia is surely going to finish him off. The ulti came out of Pinoy, but nowhere near enough damage to finish off Shia, and that will be...
Yes, with no AD carry, this still seems a bit risky, though. Betsy using that ult to spot people out. Katowice with the stun over the wall. Luka taking a lot of damage.
He's going in.
He got it!
Diamond steals the Baron, but how many are Gambit going to lose on the way out? The box dropped by Edward to try to stop the engage from WE. It's not going to save Betsy. They got some kills off of it, but Baron kept away from WE. Oh, Edward exhausted. It looks like with that flame, maybe... No, he's not going to make it out. So Baron denied to WE, but they lost people on the way.
Go for a dive. We even see a Luka because he got so many kills, he even got that Trinity Force. But now, let's see what Gambit can do.
Yeah, he throws a gold card immediately, pop that Zhonya's. Meanwhile, Gia coming in, doing a lot of damage to Diamond. Nice knockup by Yisa. Gia's going to chase, and there's another kill on the Betsy. They're just so far ahead right now. Gia, can he get another one on a Diamond? He uses his Zhonya's Onslaught of Shadows over the wall just to get in their combo card. A little bit of trouble.
Oh, he survived.
Oh, Luca. Mystic coming in. He is going deep, but that's a double kill. Worth, all caps. Type it.
It's going to go down. There's a TP actually coming in as well. So we're going to have Gia in there, and we just saw how long he can survive. Diana got a lot of damage. He's pretty damn tanky as well at this point, and there should be 2 inhibs for WE.
Yeah, looks that way. So who needs Baron anyway, right? WE just able to win a team fight down in bot lane, take 2 inhibitors.
He's going to ping. He's ping on the map. We can see it.
Here comes the teleport. Get ready for that Onslaught of Shadows. And he's going to come right down through the middle. Jumps onto Betsy. First of all, there's a nice knockup coming in from Jana. Mystic getting in position. He's a bit low. Diamond getting into the back line. Shuts down Mystic. So this fight may not go as well for WE as they wanted. Looks like they won't need their AD carry, though. Kills all over the place. A double kill for Aluka. Kawakar just going to teleport back. He's got to try to save his base because he and Diamond are all that stands between WE and survival in this tournament.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that they can really hold on to this one, really. We'll see about it as Diamond is going to join into this one. I wonder if they've got the damage to finish this one off with not having Mystic there. They're certainly going to try. Actually, they're focusing on towards Diamond. He will flash away and gets back onto the fountain, but the first Nexus turret is going to go down. WE looking for victory right here. Thresher's going to come back up. Can Eddie be a hero for Gambit? I think it's too little too late for them. WE down to half HP. They'll manage to finish off the Nexus and win the game to keep their hopes alive here in the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship.
And WE moving on, Gambit Gaming out of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championships. WE just had control of that game from second one, it seemed like, and they just never let up.
No, we saw Gambit try and make some plays early on, and every time they just seemed to lack 1 or 2 guys there. I'm not sure it was miscommunication for them, but World Elite punished them. The 2 new guys on the team obviously did really well. And look at Pinoy here. I mean, he had so high expectations for him and the team.
Well, it's tough. I mean, I don't think a lot of people expected them to go out 0-2, but, you know, at the end of the day, that's what happened.
That means that tomorrow, WE will be taking on CJ Entus for the 2nd spot in Group B. And, of course, that will set either of these teams up for a semi-final showdown against the GE Tigers. Doesn't matter who goes through from that. I think it's going to be an incredibly, incredibly tough game from what we've seen over the past months and, of course, here today. But either way, World Elite bouncing back. Honestly, I wasn't sure how they were going to perform here against Gambit, but pulling it out in the last minute.
Yeah, that was a great performance. They really used the teleport so well. Spirit's ulti, okay, we didn't get to see it too often, but just their 1-3-1 split push they could do. There was no targets for Betsy on this Twisted Fate here. And we saw Luca. He started out having this Phage into somewhat tanky. Then suddenly he got like 3 towers in a row. He got a few kills. He went straight for that Trinity.